What's up, everyone? When a storm hits and your wipers can't keep up, it's not just annoying, it's dangerous. That's why I spent months testing windshield wipers in rain, snow, and road grime. Today we're ranking the top 10 windshield wipers of 2026, from budget picks to premium performers. Some disappointed, others were game changers. Let's jump in. Starting off at number 10, we've got the Rain-X Weather Beater. Now, before anyone gets upset, being at number 10 doesn't mean these are bad. In fact, these are the wipers my buddy Justin has been running on his Boxster for years, and there's a good reason for that. Installation is dead simple. Like, I did it in a parking lot in 3 minutes simple. They just snap right into place. No fighting with adapters or wondering if you're doing it wrong. The galvanized steel frame is a nice touch. It resists rust and corrosion, which matters if you live anywhere with actual seasons. And the natural rubber squeegee? It stays flexible. I tested these through scorching summer heat and freezing winter temps, and they kept their flexibility way longer than I expected. Performance-wise, they're solid across the board. Rain? No problem. Light mist? They handle it. Road grime? Yep, they clear it. If you want reliable visibility without dropping serious cash or dealing with complicated features, these are a smart pick. Coming in at number 9, we've got the PIAA SciTech silicone wipers. And right away, you can tell these are different. The frameless low-profile design looks way more sophisticated than your standard wipers. And in actual use? Yeah, they perform differently too. Installation takes a bit more time because you need to pick the right adapter. PIAA includes multiple ones to fit different wiper arm types. Once they're on, the performance is legitimately impressive. The silicone formula creates this consistent pressure across the entire blade, giving you a crystal-clear, distortion-free view. These are what I'd call premium wipers in the truest sense. They last longer than standard rubber blades, they perform better in all conditions, and that silicone material is genuinely superior. The reason they're not higher on my list? The price. They're excellent wipers, but at this price point, they're competing with some seriously strong options that offer better overall value. At number 8, we have the Bosch Icon Beam. And let me tell you, these are the kind of wipers you install once and basically forget about, until the next thunderstorm reminds you exactly why you bought them. On the road, they're consistent performers. Rain gets cleared in one pass. Light mist? Gone. Highway dirt at 75 miles per hour? Wiped clean. The windshield ends up noticeably cleaner than with generic economy blades. Fewer streaks, way less chattering and juddering. In storms, they clear water fast. In cold weather, that beam design and snug fit resist ice buildup better than framed blades. Long-term durability is where these really shine. The rubber compound feels tough and resists that glazing and hardening you get with budget blades after a few months. You get a longer useful life and fewer mid-season replacements. They're at number 8 because while they're excellent wipers, they lack some of the standout features of the options ahead of them. Number 7 brings us the Trico Diamond, and these are marketed as super premium beam blades. So let's see if they live up to the hype. The high-glide treated rubber is supposed to provide a smooth, shiny clean without the chatter and noise of traditional wipers. And you know what? That part actually delivered. These are noticeably quieter than a lot of other options I tested. Installation is quick and easy. They're compatible with various arm types, so you don't need to worry about finding the right adapter. Just connect, install, and wipe. Performance-wise, they're solid. They clear water well, they're quiet, and they maintain good pressure across the blade. So why are they at number 7? Honestly, they're good wipers, but at this price point, they're competing with options that either perform slightly better or offer better value. At number 6, we have the Modium All-Season Wipers. These are a decent option if your vehicle uses J-hook wiper arms, which covers a lot of vehicles out there. Installation is quick and similar to other clasp-style systems. You snap them in, lock them down, and you're good to go. Performance-wise, they handle water well across all speeds and rainfall levels. Light drizzle, heavy downpour, highway speeds, they cleared the windshield without major issues. But here's the problem. They chirped. A lot. During my testing, these blades made this persistent squeaking noise that honestly got pretty annoying. The wiping performance was solid, but that sound? It's the kind of thing that'll drive you crazy on a long road trip. They're at number 6 because the performance is decent enough, but the noise issue and cheaper build quality keep them from ranking higher. Coming in at number 5, we've got the Rain-X Rugged XL. And with a name like Rugged XL, you'd expect these to be built tough, and they absolutely are. The adapter is durable and strong with a solid locking mechanism. The frame looks almost overbuilt, like it was designed to survive anything. And for certain conditions, they're genuinely excellent. In torrential rain, and I mean absolutely pouring, can't see your hand in front of your face rain, these things are beasts. They swipe water away effortlessly, with no streaks and maximum visibility. If you live somewhere with monsoon season or just get crazy heavy rainstorms, these are fantastic. So the Rugged XL is at number 5 because it's a specialist. If you live in the Pacific Northwest, Florida during hurricane season, or anywhere that gets brutal downpours, these are an excellent choice. They're brutish, strong, and excellent at what they do. They're just not an all-rounder. Number 4 is where things get really interesting because we're talking about the Trico Flex, my pick for the best budget wiper. Let me be clear, these are affordable wipers. They lack rain-repellent coatings. They don't have fancy locking clasps. They're about as no frills as you can get. And yet, they performed really well in my testing. Water removal was solid. I didn't experience streaking or that annoying chattering you get with cheap wipers. Installation was straightforward and easy. Sure, there's no locking clasp, but I never noticed any looseness during operation. And honestly, for a lot of people, that's exactly what they need. If you're on a tight budget, if you're buying wipers for a beater car, or if you just need something reliable without spending a fortune, the Trico Flex delivers. They're at number 4 because they punch way above their weight class. For budget wipers, these perform better than they have any right to. At number 3, we have the Bosch Icon, and it would honestly be even higher on the list if it weren't for one specific feature that the top 2 options have. Installation was a breeze. Bosch offers tons of sizes and adapters, so compatibility is basically a non-issue. They fit almost every vehicle out there. The locking clasp is solid and secure. Performance? Flawless. In my water removal test, these were nearly perfect. No squeaking, no streaking, just clean, clear glass. The pressure distribution across the blade is excellent, and they maintain great contact with the windshield at all speeds. Build quality is top-notch. These feel premium in your hands, and that quality translates to real-world performance. They're at number 3 because they're exceptional wipers that do everything right. They just don't have that extra feature that pushes the top 2 over the edge. For drivers who want the best of the best without any coatings, these are absolutely the wipers to get. Number 2 is the Aero Voyager, and these are my pick for best value. Let me explain why. First, performance. The Voyager legitimately impressed me with how quiet and smooth it operates. No chattering, stealthy swipes, just clean glass. I did notice some very slight streaking and fogging on dry wipes, but it evaporated almost immediately. Not a real-world issue. Installation uses a slip and clasp mechanism, and it literally can't get much simpler for J-hook systems. The model I tested is designed for J-hook arms, but Aero also offers the Avenger model for other attachment types, so they've got you covered. But here's what puts these at number 2, the replaceable rubber refill. This is huge. Most wipers, when the rubber wears out, you throw away the entire blade and buy a new one. With the Voyager, you just replace the rubber insert. They're at number 2 because they offer that rare combination of excellent performance, easy installation, and genuine long-term value. And finally, at number 1 is the Rain-X Latitude Water Repellency. These are my picks for the best overall windshield wipers, and here's why. Performance-wise, these were quiet, left absolutely no streaks, and the price point is surprisingly attractive for what you're getting. Water removal is excellent, visibility is crystal clear, and that coating genuinely improves the driving experience. Now, I do have one complaint. The locking clasp on the hook-style adapter is ridiculously hard to open. I literally had to pry it open with a screwdriver. But you know what? That means it's holding the blade incredibly securely, so I can't really complain too much. These are at number 1 because they deliver the complete package. Excellent wiper performance, legitimate water-repellent technology that actually works, quiet operation, no streaking, and reasonable pricing. So there you have it, the top 10 windshield wipers of 2026, tested and ranked. From budget picks like the Trico Flex to premium options like the PIAA SciTech, there's something for every driver. Drop a comment with what you're using, and if this helped, hit like and subscribe for more honest, hands-on product reviews. Drive safely. See you in the next one.